Good morning everybody, or g'day. It's silly hot day today. I'm at walk and I'm down at the Greensmith Harbour, and this is just to the east of Berwick, and I've actually walked from the house today, so I hope you enjoyed the little walk out past the barracks, over the bridge, over the golf course and down to the harbour. This is a super little beach for swimming in actually, and this time of year it's fine because there's no jellyfish, oh dear, but later on in the year you're sort of having to mix it with those, I'm afraid. So today we're going to take a little walk up the coast to the north of Berwick. I've just skirted through Berwick because Berwick is it's a whole series of walks that you can do in Berwick. You can never tire. I've been walking here for over 30 years and I've hardly ever done the same walk twice. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to head off and meet Neil, his son, my son Fraser, and hopefully Robbie too. Incidentally, there used to be an outdoor concrete swimming pool down at the beach here, and my parents would bring us all down here most weekends. They would go shopping, then we'd come down, play in the play park and go down on the beach. And the concrete harbour was down in the middle of the beach there, and my dad was actually a great swimmer, and there was one day we saw him diving in and out of the water and we couldn't think what he was doing, so we asked him when he came back out, and he said that he dived in and his false teeth came out and he was diving down looking for them. And he reckons to this day there's a little crab running away off with him at the bottom of the water. He was some man. So we passed by the edge of Berwick Holiday Camp, and Berwick Holiday Camp actually started off life as a World War II camp, and was developed after the war into these sort of holiday chalets. And although they're a bit unsightly, they've got a great view. But you can't knock the place because, you know, in the summer months they bring thousands of people into Berwick, thousands of pounds into the economy. And last year with COVID, you know, it was a sad mess. Speaking of COVID, I had my jab last week. Woohoo! And I was supposed to be jumping about with joy, but it actually knocked me out for 3 days. Blame I was ill, sweating. I was in bed for a day. It's not as great as they show it in telly. So we're heading up to the Jingly Bridge now, where I'm going to meet Chris and the boys. And I don't know why it's called the Jingly Bridge, I'll ask Neil. But we're having to cross the Magdalene Fields golf course again. So watch out for flying golf balls. But I'm sure it's rite of passage, and Neil will confirm this, that young lads at the local housing estate used to run out, because there's a hole to the left of us here where there's actually a blind ridge in it, and young lads would run out and pinch the golf balls. So just see if they're here. Morning all.
Hello. Hello.
How you doing?
Hiding around the corner.
How was I? Never have it.
I'll get your bags.
Half a crew today. How's things?
Alright, man.
So Neil was saying they didn't just come out and pinch the balls, they used to sneak onto the course for a few holes, play the top end here. So where did you live about? You lived over there?
I live in Highfields.
Highfields, aye, just over there. And this is the Jingler Bridge.
Jingler Bridge.
How did you get called that?
It's always been known as the Jingle Bridge.
Aye. It's a railway bridge.
Aye. There used to be stone, like on either side.
Aye.
There used to be stone either side, but had to raise it for the electrification of the line.
I see that. Aye.
So they had to raise it, so they had to take all the
stone off.
sandstone down and built it with that bloody stupid, so it doesn't look as nice.
No. Course looks good though.
Eh?
Course looks good. Did you go out and pinch the balls?
We used to go down the gully. There's hundreds of golf balls in the gully.
Aye. Heck. Is that that's the hole over the water?
Aye.
Aye. We'll see that in a minute. Will we?
We'll go down that way.
Aye. And the green's over there in the distance. And there's many a golf ball ends up down there.
There's the old firing range.
Right.
That's the old shooting range.
All right.
Then that was an army camp.
Yeah. Aye, the caravan park.
Aye. And that was the shooting range.
Aye.
They used to shoot from up here,
All right.
down into there.
Aye.
303s. There's loads of 303 bullets in
That'll
there.
be ammunition.
Aye.
Aye, it's like Chesapeake Beach. It's
Yeah.
the same. Aye. So Neil's telling me that this is an old target that was used during World War II. It's in the middle of the golf club. You can just see a little bit of concrete. So I think it would be constructed out of concrete and earth, and they must have used this as target practice just after the war. So we've left the golf course and we've come along the end of this field and we've come down to, where are we going to now?
Sandy beds.
Sandy beds. And this is the first of the beaches.
Most of the beaches.
Aye. And how many beaches are there? You've got Greenses.
You've got the Greenses, the Murphys, sandy beds, and then after that there's no really any names for any of them until you get to Marshall Meadows Bay.
Marshall Meadows, aye. And that's where the cave is down to the
the
beach,
tunnel, aye.
The tunnel, aye. So what's down here?
This is the last sandy beach.
Aye.
Practically until you get, there's a little bit at Marshall Meadows,
Aye.
not much until you get to Hymouth.
You've
Right.
been there.
Alright.
I haven't, no.
I don't think I've been down with this one before.
Only really the locals know about this.
It's like an optical illusion.
This way, this way. Yep.
This way.
And action! So what do you call this beach again?
Sandy beds.
Sandy beds, aye.
Sandy beds.
I know the locals know about this just.
Aye, just the locals.
Aye. So what do you do down here? Just
Just come down here as a laddie. Plenty of firewood lying
Aye.
about. Used to have a bonfire.
aye.
Go out there.
The tide will come right in here.
It comes right up.
That's it.
Well,
maybe.
just depends how high the tides are.
Aye.
Sometimes a low tide's down there, sometimes
Aye.
further right up the beach than now.
Aye.
But got a rest, that'll all break away. There's been a bit, since I've been coming down here as a laddie, you can see there's been quite a few landslips.
Aye.
There's a few changes.
It's just natural erosion, isn't it?
Aye, absolutely.
Aye. Super spot.
You can get any better place than this as a laddie.
Oh, I'd be down here.
Your parents never knew where you was. Well,
Aye.
they had an idea. There's
Aye.
no mobile phones on out.
No.
You just come down here, get a big yak going.
Aye. They were worrying at home.
No, never. You went home when you were hungry
Aye,
or when
you
it was
called
dark. When the street lights came on. Further was the skiers.
So this bit's called the skiers, and you get these lovely pools. And look at this.
I mean, that clip's the Don French. She jumps into the puddle, you'd be like that, straight up to your deck.
I'm sure I saw a crab in there with my dad's teeth. Anyway, it's an unusual looking area this, and what it looks like is that the hard rock underneath, there's like layers of rock here, and the sandstone up there has just been eroded back with the sea. Geologist Mick speaking. Yeah, you look up.
It's the lead singer of the Doors, Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison, 1968. So what did he live about?
Bottom of Magdalene Drive.
He lived at the bottom of Magdalene Drive, apparently.
What was it, St George's Road?
So we're just walking up the cliffs because the tide is in, and apparently Neil tells me this is called the banana slide. And I think you can see why.
Let's go, I really like the banana slide. Just through that corner a wee bit.
So the only way up here is up this rope pool. So as I gingerly make my way along,
Take your bag off. Or wink
keep my bag on, but you sort of drag yourself up with this pole. Freezer the way up, followed by Neil, Chris, and then myself whimpering at the back.
Right.
Neil, you've left your bag, man.
Put the bag on.
Pull the end of them. Pull me in the other. The rope there.
You got you videoing?
Aye. Oh. Help!
Alright, chuck that rope back down again. I'll just chuck this rope back down.
So, this is the Needle's Eye, and apparently Neil's mate got stuck on here when they were young. So how did you get up? How did you get up there?
On the left hand side there you can see a little pinnacle rock just jutting up there.
Aye.
On the other side of there, there's like little handy holes.
Aye.
You went down there, and that grassy knoll, just going across, is about a foot wide. And you just went across there gingerly. Up, there was more grass then, and in between, it looks like one stack. It's not, it's two pinnacles. And you have to wedge your back in on one side and your feet on the other, or your knees, and just kind of get up onto the top. Shimmy yourself up to the top.
Aye.
And it's probably one of the scariest places I've been.
And they had to get the
Helicopter had to come and
the helicopter from Burnmouth to come and pick him up.
No, not me, the whole lad. Because you got up there and you couldn't get down.
There you go.
So recreate it.
So we're at Marshall Meadows here, and there's no access to the tunnel anymore. The smugglers' tunnel. But it's not smugglers, it was, what was it again, Neil? It was
they got seaweed and
it was a quarry and all that sort of stuff. But you'll look and see it on this camera, but the tunnel comes out a little hole at the bottom of the cliff. I think it's quite novel, it's quite steep
when you get
as well.
You'll get a picture.
But we can get to it from the bay, so we might do that another time.
Cumberland don't have Scotland. Scarborough, Whitby. Tell you what.
That's Yorkshire, Chris. He's travelling more to Yorkshire.
Travel for Yorkshire.
Freedom! I think there's a rock here where Neil carved his name. What year was that?
I don't think it's got a date.
1955. So we've almost reached our destination. I'm perched precariously on top of a rock here, so be careful how we spin round. So we're heading down to this little fishing shoal.
It's not the first time I've
Down here. Here comes the sun. So we've reached our destination and we've come to the Shield, and from here you can see right down the coast, right down the Cuddy Trail, right down to Berwick, and on a real clear day, and I can just make them out just now, you can see Bamburgh Castle, Lindisfarne and Dunstanburgh Castle. And to the north, where the boys are just now, you can see right round to St Abb's Head, and that's where the big lighthouse is in the nature reserve. And it's such a beautiful clear day today.
Washing my windows, go on. Clear off. We're going to have a look. It's a winch. I was going to say,
Looks like the entrance to a cave.
And
Oh, behind it.
Oh, there we go. So, it's a beautiful day, the sea's lovely and blue, so there's only one thing for it.
that's gold. I'll tell you what, that is. Standing is such it. It's seriously cold. That is seriously cold.
I'm cooled off now.
I went through.
So that's us done down at the Shield, and it's been a great walk and I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you have enjoyed it too. Hey. But Neil's been a great host, and his old stomping ground, and I've seen a few things. I've been along here running quite a bit, and I've actually seen a few things today that I've never actually seen before, and I'll wait until this train goes past. That's the East Coast line right next to us, and it's actually quite close to the coast as well, and Neil was saying that there's a couple of bits that have had to be reinforced, you know, so it's getting quite close to the coast. But I'm going to sign off here. Been a great walk, as I said, but still got quite a bit to go, so it was a long walk out, so what is it?
A long
walk back. Bye.